Please, stop calling me! I'm at work. What do you want? Is this urgent?
Emily, what is up with today's lunch?
Lunch? What about your lunch?
What about it? It's filled with pre-cooked frozen food. You know how much I hate it when you slack off. Why can't you cook normal food? Don't be lazy.
Is that what you were calling me for? I was in the middle of an important meeting. And why are you being so rude? I packed frozen food because I was in a time crunch this morning.
Oh yeah? Let me tell you this. As your husband, my lunch should be more important to you than your stupid meeting.
Okay then.
Why can't you pack anything decent for lunch? It seems like your job matters to you more than I do these days. There's no way I can eat this food in front of people.
Richard, you're overreacting. No one cares about what you're having for lunch. Who even pays attention? No one would notice it's frozen food.
I'm not overreacting. This is a serious issue. I noticed it right away. That cheap, disgusting frozen food you packed me. Now everyone thinks that I'm married to a lazy wife who only makes low-quality food. It's so embarrassing. Don't embarrass me like that ever again.
Do you really think people care? If you don't like what I pack for your lunch, why don't you just go out to eat? You know I have meetings early in the morning. I need you to understand. And it's not like I have all the time in the world. How do you expect me to cook everything from scratch when I also have work?
How can you call yourself a woman with that kind of mindset?
Excuse me?
You can't even cook a decent meal like you're supposed to. You should be ashamed of yourself for relying on pre-cooked frozen meals.
What do you mean, like I'm supposed to? Do you expect me to cook because I'm a woman? I told you I was busy this morning. I'm sorry if you don't like frozen food, but I had no time to make anything from scratch.
You know, my mom was great at her job being a wife. She cooked and cleaned the house as a normal woman would.
Here we go again. Can you stop comparing me with your mom? Why do you always do this? To begin with, your mom was a stay-at-home mom. And I work full-time, so it's not fair that you compare us two.
Well, you leave me with no choice since you've been totally slacking off lately. When I still lived with my parents, I never saw a single speck of dust in the house. The laundry was always done on time. No dirty clothes, no dirty plates. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner were always made with fresh ingredients. You, on the other hand...
How many times do I have to repeat myself? Your mom was able to do all that because she was a stay-at-home wife. She had time, unlike me. I can't do all the housework perfectly while working full-time. You're just complaining because you've never lived by yourself, so you don't know what it's like having to do chores.
Oh, shut up. I think you're the one who's complaining. You know, my mom never complained once about doing chores. You're just bad at being a wife. It's also not my fault that you're terrible at multitasking.
Excuse me? You're the one who's acting like a spoiled brat. I may not be perfect, but at least I do some of the house chores when all you do is complain. You know what? If you love mommy's cooking so much, why don't you move back in with your parents?
What did you just say? You better watch your tone.
No, you watch your tone. You've interrupted my work and now you're wasting my time.
Hey, what's with that attitude? When we moved in together, you told me you didn't mind doing chores on top of working full-time. Why can't you keep your promises? At least make some effort.
I am trying. I didn't think it would be so much work. It's not that easy balancing both my daytime job and house chores. Actually, I'd appreciate it if you would help me with the chores.
Now you're just making excuses. My parents did a great job raising me while working and doing chores.
Right, I can tell. You must have been raised like a prince growing up.
If you really want to make me happy, I think you could maybe learn a thing or two from them. Hey, it's almost 10 p.m. Why aren't you home yet? It's seriously getting late. Are you still at work? What time are you coming home? Don't tell me you're out drinking this late at night.
Geez, stop spamming me with your texts. Yes, I'm out drinking with my coworkers. Also, it's not that late. I told you this morning that there's gonna be a work event tonight, and I'd come back home late.
I never gave you any permission to go. You know how much I hate it when you go out.
Since when do I need your permission? You're not my boss, Richard.
How dare you talk back to me like that? Of course you need my permission. I am your husband.
What is your issue here? Do you not trust me? It's for work. I can't just skip it.
You haven't done your chores. That is my issue. How dare you leave me with all this laundry? And what about the dishes? What did I tell you about doing chores?
Why can't you do it yourself? I'm busy right now. Also, I rarely go out drinking. You can't just let me have some choice for once. You go out like once every other day, but I don't complain. I always let you do what you want. It's not fair.
I can do whatever I want, and I make all the choices because I'm the man of the house.
Hey, what's that even supposed to mean? Are you saying that I can't go out because I'm a woman?
Exactly. Women should just stay home and do all the housework.
Wow. There are so many things wrong with that statement. Are you from the 1930s or something?
It's called being traditional. It's my ideal way to be in a relationship. All I'm saying is that there needs to be someone that can keep the house tidy.
I see your point, but you can't force everything onto me. I wish you could help out too, and work as a team. I want to go out once in a while. It's not like I don't do any of the housework. Why can't you let me have a little bit of freedom? I'm not your mother or your maid.
I don't think you understand.
What?
You're my wife. As my wife, you're supposed to cook and keep the house looking clean. It's simple as that. So much for being wife of the year.
I think you're the one who doesn't understand. Like I've said, it's not easy to keep the house tidy 24/7 when I also work full-time. Why can't you at least be grateful for what I do? I'm trying to contribute to our home finances too.
Be grateful? For what exactly? How do you expect me to be grateful? You slack off with your chores and you barely make any money.
Excuse me?
Even if you were to quit your job, it wouldn't matter since your earnings wouldn't contribute to our total house income at all. I wanted you to be a stay-at-home wife, but I generously permitted you to work. That was the nicest thing I did for you. And what do I get back for giving you the opportunity? Nothing. You slack off with the chores and prioritize work more than your husband. But since you don't meet up to my expectations, you might just have to quit your job.
Who do you think you are? You're treating me like a slave. Why do I need your permission for everything? Also, I'm not going to quit my job.
I told you. I'm the man of the house. Every decision is made by me.
Are you hearing yourself right now? You can't make me quit my job. You know how much this job means to me, and I've worked so hard to get where I am. There's no way I'm quitting.
If you don't want to quit the job that you love so much, you better keep up your duty as my wife. If you don't meet my expectations, I'm divorcing you.
Divorce? That came out of nowhere. Why are you being so dramatic?
I think I've already had enough of it. To put it frankly, you're not my ideal wife.
You know what? I think we're finally agreeing on something. I'm tired of you, too.
Look who's talking. You're gonna regret everything once you're all done. You can't do anything without me. Especially when you have low income. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna be able to take care of yourself.
Yes, I can take care of myself. Even if I didn't have money, my life would be much better without you.
Even with all the complaining, I know you still love me. I remember you were the one who approached me first. I bet you're gonna cry like a baby when I leave you. This is going to be your loss.
You're just bringing up things from the past, which means nothing today. I highly doubt that I'll ever come back to you. At least I know how to take care of myself. I'm the one who's been doing everything.
Yeah, right. Whatever you say. When I leave you, you'll be all alone. No one to rely on. You'll regret not listening to me in the first place, and quickly making the decision to divorce me.
How can you be so narcissistic? You don't care about me at all.
Blah, blah, whatever.
Screw you, Richard. I really don't mind filing a divorce.
I know you're gonna regret it. I'm not gonna open up my arms to you when you come back crying to me.
I don't care because that's not going to happen. There's no chance that I'm gonna go back to you. Goodbye, Richard. Have a nice life.
Hello, my lovely ex-wife. Long time no see. How are you? Are you enjoying your sad, pathetic life after our divorce? Are you still working for that low-paying job that you were so passionate about? I bet you're desperately in need for some cash.
Richard, why are you texting me? And no thanks. I don't need any money. Especially if it's from you.
Come on, don't act so bitter. I'm just checking up on you. I was worried that you might be feeling sad and lonely after our divorce. I bet you're broke too. You must be so miserable right now. Seriously, how are you doing?
Miserable? What are you talking about? And I'm doing perfectly fine without you, thanks for asking.
Don't try to act all tough, babe. You know you can move back in with me anytime.
In your dreams, Richard.
Only on one condition. As long as you reflect on your bad behavior and apologize. And promise me that you'll take good care of the house.
Okay. Like I said, no thanks. I'm not interested. You know what, Richard? My life actually has never been better after I divorced you. In fact, I'm living in a mansion now.
What? You're kidding. You live in a mansion? How?
Yep, I recently moved in. It's in a super nice neighborhood. It's got a garden with a big swimming pool. It's even got a theater room. I never thought I'd be able to live in such an amazing house. I guess you never know what's coming in life.
Ha! No way. I don't believe you. You're just lying to make me jealous. There's absolutely no way you could afford that kind of lifestyle. Especially with your low-income job.
Richard, unlike you, I'm not that pathetic to make up a lie. Also, do you know how much I make in a month? Well, not that it really matters, since I'm not even paying rent for this amazing home.
What do you mean by that?
You see, I'm actually living here with my boyfriend. I don't own the house.
You have a boyfriend? It's only been several months after our divorce and you've already found yourself a new boyfriend?
Yes. Why do you even care? I can do whatever I want with my life now. I don't need your stupid permission anymore, Richard.
Stop lying. Who would date someone like you? You were a terrible wife to me.
To be honest, I wasn't expecting to find a boyfriend so quickly either. You see, right after we got divorced, I dated several guys.
Right after? Several guys?
Yes, Richard. I moved on pretty quickly from our toxic relationship. Oh, and you'd be surprised at how many men actually are into women who care about their career. Like I do. After going on several dates, I decided I wanted to officially be in a committed relationship with my current boyfriend. Unlike you, he actually cares about my values in a relationship. We split our house duties, too. He doesn't look down on me just because I'm a woman and treats me equally with respect. That's something I look for in a relationship.
What the heck? How is that even possible? You guys share your chores? You mean he does some of the housework too? Men who do chores are those who aren't confident in their job or their earnings. He probably doesn't have much savings anyway if he spends money on living in a mansion. Ha! I bet you're just dating him because he lives in a mansion.
Oh, please. Your income is literally nothing compared to his. You're not in the position to talk about him like that. It's not like that at all.
How did you guys meet anyway?
I know him through work relations. He works in a big company. He said he'd always been interested in me from the time I was married to you. But when he found out about our divorce, he quickly approached me. And now we're living happily together. We're doing great so far, if you're wondering.
So you just hopped onto another guy with a higher income. What a gold digger. Ha! I bet it's just a rebound relationship. Just enjoy it while it lasts, Emily. I bet you only care about his money. You're like a parasite.
Parasite? You're the one to talk. You were in control of what I can and can't do in our marriage. Also, I'm not a gold digger. I don't care about his money. As much as I love him, I'm not fully relying on him. I still work and make a decent wage each month.
But you said he takes care of your rent. You're just using his money to live in a big house for free.
No, the reason why I don't have to worry about paying rent is because we don't have to. He owns the mansion. As in, he completely paid off the mortgage already.
What? He owns it? How much does he make?
I told you, he makes way more than you do. The only expenses we take care of are utility bills. We divide things like electricity and grocery bills, and take turns paying for our meals. I make some earnings too, so I offer to pay sometimes. We work together as a team. We keep things equal in our relationship. I'm not a parasite, Richard.
That's super lame. There's no way a girl like you could date a rich, successful man. You don't even earn that much. 'Cause there's no way you can afford that. You're just a tryhard.
You don't know how much I make. In fact, why don't you try guessing?
I don't know. Wasn't it like $1,500 per month?
You can't be serious.
What?
I'm actually offended that you think I only make that much money.
Didn't you mention it before? How much do you make?
Well, I was making $1,500 before we got married. And before I switched jobs. Oh, right, you had no idea of our house income, too. Because you made me do all the tax paperwork. Of course you'd have no clue about money at all.
Quit it! Just tell me. How much do you make now?
$3,300 per month.
That's before tax, right?
After tax.
You're lying! That's impossible! There's no way in hell that you make more than I do. If you're trying to make me jealous, come up with a better lie.
Nope, I'm not lying. You know what? I've been laughing internally this whole entire time. You're so conceited, Richard. Do you really think our divorce damaged me? 'Cause it didn't. I couldn't care less about money or men. They aren't my issues.
Excuse me.
In fact, I think you're the one who's in trouble. Who's taking care of the house since I left? I bet your house is filled with garbage.
No, it's not. My mom comes in every now and then to clean up.
Oh, right. I've forgotten how much you rely on your mommy. You can't do anything by yourself, so you need to rely on your mommy.
Excuse me?
You haven't changed at all, have you? You're so pathetic. You're a grown man, and you still need to rely on your mother because you can't take care of yourself. It's honestly getting sad at this point. I feel sorry for you.
Shut up! I'm actually enjoying myself too, since I divorced you. I'm so glad we broke up.
Alrighty then, if you say so. Go ahead and enjoy your life. And I'll enjoy mine too.
Hey, Emily. I miss you. I need you. I want you back.
Are you serious right now? What do you want?
Do you think we can start over? I didn't realize how important you were to me. Please, just come home.
You're kidding, right? I don't have time for this. You're the one who said you were glad we broke up. After all the awful things you said to me? And now you're begging me to come back? Aren't you enjoying your life without me?
I know. What I said was stupid. I was just angry, trying to win you over. After seeing how happy you were, I was disappointed in myself and lied to you. Look, I'm actually not doing well lately ever since you left.
Oh, really? I thought Mommy was taking care of you.
Emily, I'm serious. Well, you see, it's not only about the house. I'm in trouble financially, too.
Financially? But your income wasn't that low last time I remember. You should have enough money to take care of yourself. What's going on?
After we broke up, I received all these payment letters.
Okay.
And loan payments, too. Like student loans and taxes.
Like credit card bills? You haven't been paying them?
I wasn't tracking the bill monthly. There was a point where I had no care how much money I was spending. I was spending money like crazy, until I was notified by the bank that my account balance was 0.
Well, that's what you get for being so careless. I wonder what made you become like that. Oh, right, because you made me take care of all the payments. Of course you wouldn't know how to take care of yourself after we got divorced. I was the one doing everything. I never realized how you treated me like a maid until we got divorced. I should have left you sooner.
I'm sorry. I didn't think there'd be so much payment due each month. They just keep piling up. What am I supposed to do with all this?
Are the payments from when you bought things like a car, a motorcycle, and a guitar? That's what you get for wasting money. It's karma. How can you be so selfish?
I'm paying off my loans while making debts. It's never ending. I don't know what to do. I'm scared, Emily.
Well, that doesn't sound so good. Too bad. I don't really care.
I know, it's really bad. Emily, please. I need your help. You're the only one I can rely on.
Richard, I'm really sorry, but I have no interest in helping you out. I have my own life now. In fact, you're the one who broke up with me in the first place. I don't owe you anything. You need to take responsibility for your actions.
If I keep going like this, I'm eventually gonna go bankrupt. Things are getting worse ever since I divorced you, and it took me a while to realize my mistakes. Please, help me.
Why don't you ask Mommy for help? I'm sure she'd gladly help you out.
I did ask for her help, but she refused. She's living off of Social Security and doesn't have extra money to help me out. To be honest, she was disappointed in me too. I never realized how immature I was until now.
That's too bad. Well, you must figure it out by yourself then. Just take this as karma for being careless and rude in our past relationship. You're on your own now, and I'm enjoying my new life with my new boyfriend. There's absolutely no way you and I are getting back together. I'm planning to marry my boyfriend by next year. I'm moving on, and I don't need your problems to ruin my life. I don't want any drama.
Wait, what? You're getting married again? Aren't you moving a bit too fast?
It's been a year already, and I think that's plenty of time to make my decision. And it's something we've been discussing since we started dating. You're in no position to say anything about how I live my life. I need you to leave me alone now.
Weren't you happy when we were together? I was good to you. We were good together.
In the beginning, yes. I really thought you were the one. But as days and months passed, I began to see your true colors. You were always so controlling and selfish. And yet I packed lunch for you every day, cleaned the house, and made some earnings to help us financially. But you never appreciated the work I've done. You didn't care about me at all. I've moved on now. I'm in a relationship with someone else, and I don't have any issues with my current boyfriend. He treats me with respect.
I'm sorry about how I've been acting toward you. I won't try to control you anymore. I'll treat you better than ever before. You can work full-time and I won't complain about a single thing. I'll do the chores, too.
There's no way in hell I'll be happy with you. Also, didn't you say that men who do chores are those who aren't confident with their jobs? Look who's talking now. I know you're gonna just use me for my money. I'm not that stupid. Equality is something I value in marriage. I hope you understand that now. Good luck, Richard. Have a nice life. After that, Richard found a second job and has been paying back his debt. Since he's never lived by himself before, he never cared about his living expenses. That doesn't make it into an excuse for living so carelessly, though. Not only was he clueless about taxes and utility costs, but he didn't know how to make the payments either. It's really pathetic. I've told my boyfriend about Richard, my previous relationship with him, how he mistreated me, and how he's dealing with karma right now. He said, "How can such a prick get to marry someone like you?" He couldn't wrap his head around the fact that I was once married to a guy like Richard. I honestly have no idea either. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.
Rose, sorry. Looks like I have to work overtime again today.
And why are you telling me that? What exactly do I do with that nugget of information? You working late is nothing special, is it, Ben? Please don't message me about silly things like that.
Is that how you respond? Is that any way to talk to me? I was just thinking that you might want to know, that's all. Maybe you'd be worried or something.
Wanna know? Worried? Why? Please don't make me laugh.
Like maybe you were waiting until I got home to have dinner or something. Maybe you wanted us to eat together, like old times. And you'll probably end up going to bed late if I come home late. You used to wait up for me, you know? Lots of reasons.
Honey, even before getting your message, I had dinner. Cleared up and everything. Obviously, I'm gonna go to bed when I'm good and ready, regardless of if you're here or not. Meaning if I don't see your face before I go to bed, no biggie. I'll sleep better.
Do you really have to talk to me like that? What did I do for you to hate me so much? Come on, am I really that bad? I'm still your husband, you know?
Don't know what you're yapping about. No clue at all. But if you ask me, it's because you say weird stuff like that. Of course you're still my husband. Well aware of that. These days, even Annie doesn't want to be around you.
Yeah, but she's just in her angsty high school teenage phase. It wasn't like that before, and it won't be like this forever. Yeah, her attitude came as a bit of a shock, but she'll grow out of it. She's just going through a rebellious phase.
Rebellious phase? Is that what you call it? Jokes! I think it's a bit more than that, honey. Def don't think she'll grow it out.
Is that so?
I mean, she's saying she doesn't want to take a shower after you and stuff. She doesn't even want to sit at the table with you. When you try to talk to her in the mornings before work, doesn't she just ignore you? She doesn't take her head out of her phone at all. Haven't you noticed anything? How could you be so blind?
Oh, I didn't think it was that bad. She's just a kid. It'll be all right. But seriously, what did I do? Why does she suddenly hate me? I mean, I did notice that the two of you have been going out a lot, without me, but that's normal, right? She just wants to be with her mom more than her dad, right? Shopping is probably more fun with you and stuff. At least that's what I thought.
Dunno, can't say. But if you say so, that must be it. Could be no other reason. None at all. Anyway, are we done here? How long do you intend to keep this little chit-chat going?
It's just that I'm so busy at work these days, with this new project and all. I don't have enough time to talk to you. We used to talk, didn't we? Anyway, I had a little break here and stuff, so I thought it would be a good chance to catch you and talk a little.
Talk a little? About what? Oh, I don't have anything to talk about with you. If you want to talk to your coworkers. That's probably 100 times better than talking to me. You all have work in common and stuff.
I mean, I want to talk to you, not with random people. Come on, you must be able to guess that much.
What? Why do I have to guess what you want to do? I'm not a mind reader, you know? Just cut it out, please. You're a grown man. Stop acting like a child. Honestly, how old are you?
Right, sorry. Didn't think it would get you so upset and all.
Yeah, whatever. You don't do much thinking, do you? Anyway, don't you think it's time you got back to work? Big project and all. Please don't message me again telling me about working late. Got it? Toodles!
Rose, this letter on the table, what is this? Did you really write this? Are you serious?
Finally done working, huh? Good for you. You must be drained. Thought I'd be waiting up for you.
I just got in. I expected you to be in bed or something, not gone. Answer me, what's going on? What is the meaning of all of this? What is this letter saying?
Read it. You'll get it. You can read, right? I'm done being your wife. Done! Gosh, that was so tiring. Whew! And since I'm not your wife anymore, stop messaging me at odd hours. It's late. Need to get my beauty rest.
What are you talking about? I just came home to find an empty house in this letter. I have no clue what's going on. Of course I had to message you. Did you expect me to just say nothing?
Why do you think I wrote a letter? I don't want to talk to you. Read it 1,000,000 times if you must. Open your eyes, honey. Don't let me have to spell out everything for you. You just can't take a hint, can you? Or 100. So let me tell you again. We're done. Done. Over. Finished.
What about Annie? Your letter says you're both leaving. Will I even see her again? Where have you taken her? Is she with you?
Of course she's with me. Did you expect her to stay with you? That girl has hated your guts for a long time. Soon as I told her I was divorcing you, she was like, "Yes, Mommy, I'm coming with you." She needed no convincing. So yes, honey, yes, she's with me. No place else she'd rather be.
So, you're really divorcing me, huh? You're really gone.
Oh my gosh. Haven't you read the letter? Aren't you listening to me? Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm divorcing you. Now stop asking me the same thing over and over. Answer's not gonna change. Yes, 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 I'm divorcing you. Get it through your thick head and stop pestering me. Annie and I are gone and we're not coming back. Clear?
Oh, sorry. I just don't want to misunderstand what you're saying, Rose. I just want to make sure, that's all.
Don't worry, you got it right. I'm leaving you. It's good timing, right? With Annie starting to find you so disgusting and all. I mean, best to leave before she asks me to kick you out or something.
Yeah, maybe you're right. In any case, you're finally gone.
Excuse me, what? What's that supposed to mean? Well, look at this. Are you saying you were just dying for us to leave?
No, sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. I didn't mean anything by it. Just forget about it.
How can I just forget that? I can't just pretend I didn't hear that. You know what? If you feel that way, it's a good thing we didn't wait around any longer. Are you saying that all this time you wanted a divorce too? Unbelievable!
What am I supposed to say? I just came home and found you gone, and a goddamn letter. There's no point in saying anything anymore, is there? If you want a divorce, I won't stand in your way. You've made up your mind. Makes no sense to try and stop you.
Fantastic. That's the best thing you've said all night. I just couldn't deal with a long, drawn-out divorce, you know? That would just be unbearable. I mean, if it's gonna take forever, there was no point in us leaving so suddenly, was there?
I get it. It's over. You don't want anything more to do with me. I hear you loud and clear. I'll see about getting the divorce papers together. You seem to be in a hurry to get it over and done with. But can you just do me a favor and swing by here one last time?
Yeah, whatever. I think I can do that. But when I come, please don't start with anything like, oh, I don't want a divorce, or any silliness like that, okay?
No, you've been very clear, honey. I definitely don't plan on saying anything like that. Believe me, I'll keep it short. Alright then, let me know when it's a good time for you to come by. I'm off on weekends, as you know, so might be best to come then.
Have no clue why you want me to come back to that house. But, okay, I'll come. Beauty rest time. Toodles! Dad, you've got to help us. We won't have any place to live soon. Please help us.
Annie, what's up? Why the sudden text? Are you saying you guys are going to be homeless? Why won't you and your mom have anywhere to live?
Why? It doesn't matter why. I'm begging you. Just please let us come back home. Or we'll be on the street soon. Both me and Mom. We'll do anything to repay you.
Annie, could you please tell me what's going on? Why are you guys going to end up on the street?
Your daughter and her mother need your help. That should be enough. Why do you need more reason than that to help us? Why are you being so cold?
Annie, there's something you don't seem to understand, so let me explain. Your mother and I are divorced, so you've got to give me a little more information than that in order for me to help you. We're not a family anymore. I can't just let you into my house without a good reason. You have to tell me what's going on. Do you get it?
But even if you're divorced, I'm still your daughter, right? Aren't you worried about me? Come on, Daddy, please.
If you want me to be worried about you, explain why you have to come back. And if it's a reason to worry, I'll start worrying. Or is it that you can't tell me the reason? Is that it?
No, that's not it.
Okay, I'm listening. Tell me what's up. Take your time. If you don't, I can't help you. Got it?
Okay, I'll tell you. The truth is, when you guys split up, we didn't go back to Grandma and Grandpa's house. We went to live somewhere else.
Given the recent events, I could have figured that out myself. And why won't you have any place to live soon?
That I can't tell you. Sorry.
We're done talking then. If you're not going to tell me what's going on, I have no more time to waste talking to you. Don't text me again, unless you're ready to tell me the full story.
Wait, Dad, don't go. Dad, why aren't you worried about me and Mom? Why are you being so heartless? Are you really my father?
Why should I be worried about you? Don't you dare come back to my house.
What?
Don't what me, stop playing the fool. You were the ones who just got up and left me, and now you come crying? Don't want your tears, honey. You can't tell me what's going on, but you want me to let you come back into my house? You must be kidding me.
You're such a jerk! I thought you'd help us, Dad. Why are you saying these horrible things?
Did you hear me say even once that I would help you? I said no such thing. Don't get your hopes up and then get mad. Anyways, where's that mother of yours? She's the one who should be talking to me, not you.
Mom is a bit busy at the moment.
Busy? You're about to be thrown out onto the street. You're begging me to take you in, and Rose is busy? Listen to yourself. Now is not the time for that kind of talk. Have her call me as soon as she's done being busy. She's the one who should talk to me. Got it?
Annie told me about all the terrible things you said. How could you? You're such a lowlife. How horrible can you be?
You finally decided to talk to me yourself instead of sending Annie to do your dirty work. But wait, you have no right to be mad at me, so quit the name calling.
You're the one who has no right to be mad. Your daughter contacted you for help. She was depending on you. And you flatly refused? You let her down. You have no right to call yourself her father.
No right to call myself her father? Huh? Did I ever have the right to begin with? Did I ever have the right to call her my daughter?
What? First you say those horrible things to our daughter, and now this. What the hell? Has the divorce affected you so much? Has it turned you into a monster? Are you trying to say you've done nothing wrong?
Nah, that's not what I mean. I'm just saying to lose the right to be a father, you have to first be a father, right? I'm just saying that's not the case here, that's all.
What are you saying? Now you're a monster and you're crazy. Stop with this nonsense.
No, you know exactly what I mean. You stop with the nonsense. I'm not Annie's real father, am I?
This is not the time to joke around. I didn't think the divorce would mess you up so much. That girl is 100% your daughter. No doubt about it.
And where's the proof of that? Do you have anything at all to show that she is definitely my daughter? That we have the same blood running through our veins? If you do, I would love to see it. Cough it up.
No, really, what the hell are you talking about? Come back to reality, Ben. We are about to be thrown onto the street. We'll be homeless. Do you understand what that means? I have no time to listen to you with all this nonsense. I have bigger things to worry about.
Well, since you brought it up, let's talk about it. What I'm talking about has got everything to do with you being thrown out of another man's house, doesn't it?
Again, what the hell? You're really losing it. And how do you even know where we are anyway?
What's that I hear? Are you ready to give up the act and talk straight with me? To tell me what's really going on?
I'm the one asking you a question. Answer me immediately.
Fine, it's a short answer anyway. Before you left me, you made sure you were nice and ready to move in with him, didn't you?
What? You noticed?
Even a blind man would notice that. You and Annie kept going out together a lot. Shopping. Every weekend, shopping. And all you were buying were stuff like soap and shampoo. But I never saw you guys using any of those things at home. I checked, and we were still using the same old soap and detergent that we always used. Nothing new.
But that's nothing. You couldn't have guessed anything from just that. We could just have been storing them to use later, you know, for a time of shortage.
True, in normal circumstances, I would probably think just that. It's nothing, right? But you were never a doomsday prepper, Rose. And then I found out that the two of you met up with Annie's real father. I think it was around last summer. I followed you one day when you and Annie left home, and I saw you together, all three of you. You, Annie, and a man. I didn't know. That really hurt.
So what? You saw us with a strange man. I have friends, you know?
Yeah, but after that, it was like Annie started treating me with scorn. She just didn't want to be around me. Talking to her was like talking to a wall. But I didn't think that I wasn't her father just because of that. It planted a seed, though, and that was enough for me. I thought, can't hurt to just check things out a bit. So I had a few things looked into.
And what? Did you find out that she wasn't really your daughter?
Sure did. After that, it was easy. When you started getting ready to leave me, I knew right away what was going on. I just put two and two together. It was so you could go and live with him, right? It was plain to see.
Well, I never thought you would find out. You're not as dumb as you look. You didn't notice anything from the time she was born until now. Nothing at all. I thought you were really as dumb as you look. But it turns out you're not. You only look dumb. You're not actually dumb. Got it?
You're not even going to try and defend yourself. Gosh, don't you have any shame? Let me ask you something then.
What's the point? It's all over. You already know everything. No point in talking anymore. Or will you forgive me if I try to explain myself? A dumb softy. Oh.
No, I definitely don't want to talk forgiveness with you. You're gone. I accepted that. You left me for another man. Don't think I'll ever be able to forgive you for that. The man you left me for dumped you, and you try to use Annie to get me to let you back into my house, right? That's too bad.
Too bad? What's too bad? What are you talking about? We're coming back home. I still have my key. We'll be there tomorrow this time.
What? Have you been listening? Don't let me have to call you dumb now. Why do you think I would ever forgive you? Not in a million years would I do that. I changed the locks anyway.
Even if she's not your biological daughter, Annie is yours. You raised her for 16 years. That daughter is asking you to help her, or else she's going to be out in the cold. You're not just going to sit by and do nothing, are you? You're not that heartless. I know you. You're a big softy.
You guys coming back here is not your decision to make. It's mine. And after working my butt off raising Annie for 16 years, this is the thanks I get? Lies? And cheating and a letter in the middle of the night telling me you're leaving? After all of that, do you really think I'd want help?
What? Are you really saying you're gonna do nothing? Are you kidding me? You're the worst. You're not even a man. A real piece of garbage.
You're one to call somebody that. Take a look in the mirror, you liar. Why don't you just pack it in? Just give up trying to get me to take you back in. Even if he dumps you, you'll live.
In order to live, we have to have a home. We don't have anywhere to live, idiot. Whatever you want, I'll do it. Just stop wasting time and help us. I'm begging you here. It's what you want, isn't it? Please, please, please help us.
No can do. FYI, I'm the one who got that guy to kick you out in the first place. Makes no sense for me to take you in, right?
What? What are you talking about? What do you mean you're the one who got him to kick us out? How could you even do something like that? You don't even know him.
I've known about your little affair for about a year, right? I could have kicked you out the minute I found out. Why do you think I didn't divorce you immediately after I found out?
Because you loved us and we meant a lot to you. You didn't want to lose us.
Nope, that's not it. I was getting everything in place to sink you deep into the very pit of hell. So I investigated everything about that man, and I'm ready to sue your ass for compensation.
Sue me for compensation? What? I was pregnant with Annie 16 years ago. You can't sue me for something that happened that long ago. You are as dumb as you look after all.
You're right. The statute of limitations is 3 years, but it's been less than 3 years since I found out about your affair. I only noticed last year, so that's plenty of time. I can still sue for deceiving me into thinking Annie was my daughter.
Hold up. If you're just going to sue me, why did you get him to throw us out? That has nothing to do with this. There is no reason to make my life a living hell.
Oh, that. I told you, I had her boyfriend investigated. I know everything about him. I know where he works, I know the bars he goes to after work, I know his friends. What do you think would happen if his co-workers and his friends found out what he did? That he got a married woman pregnant? Such a disgrace. Then made the woman's husband raise their love child as his own daughter for 16 years? He wouldn't be able to live that down, would he?
You can't do that. That's blackmail.
I was only speaking theoretically. You know, what if? He decided on his own to kick you out. That's the man you left me for. A man whose friends are more important to him than you and his daughter. I didn't even have to force him or anything. But to be honest, I did think it would be great if he just kicked you out.
What's gonna happen to us? We're gonna be thrown out onto the street, homeless. And on top of that, you're gonna sue me? There's no way I can survive all of that. Come on, Annie is still in high school.
You're the one who got your high school daughter in this situation. You should take full responsibility for it. All of it. It was both you and your careless behavior that led to all of this. Help your damn selves.
Leave Annie out of this. She had nothing to do with it. What kind of father are you?
Not hers. I'm not her father. She chose your boyfriend, her real father, over me. Both you and Annie made your bed. Now you must lie in it. This is what you chose, so stop complaining and enjoy it. Live it up. The man Rose left me for abandoned her son and Annie. He kicked them out of his house and out of his life. With nowhere to live, Rose tried to go back to her parents' house, but I told her folks everything that happened, so they turned her away at the door. They wanted nothing to do with her. Since Annie was just a teenager, my former in-laws took her in, but they had no pity for Rose. They wouldn't even let her into the house, and they cut all ties with her. I endured a lot of suffering and pain in my marriage to Rose, so I had to try and get as much as I could in compensation from her and her boyfriend. Taking into consideration that Rose had an affair, got pregnant, had the baby, and didn't tell me the truth, even though she had a lot of time to do so, I could sue them for a handsome amount. That was nice. Very nice. I don't really know much about what became of Rose after that, but I know she's still up to her neck in debt, and she's been breaking her back to pay it all. As for me, not living with a family who didn't care about me has taken a lot of stress off my shoulders. I feel so light and free. Now, I'm thinking about taking up new hobbies while I work, and I'm trying to do many new things and live my best life. I was held down by those two for so long that now I just want to enjoy life. I don't want to live for anybody else anymore, especially people who don't care about me. I just want to live for me. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content. I'm sorry, but I won't be coming home.
Oh, what's up? Do you have to work late tonight again?
No, that's not it. I just can't do this anymore, Aubrey. We just aren't right for each other.
What are you saying? This is so sudden, I don't understand. Where is this coming from?
It isn't sudden. I've been thinking about this for a long time. Really, almost from the time we met. I wanted it to work, I really did, but there's just no hope. I can't see a future for us. We've been married for 2 years already, and we still haven't been able to have kids. You're already 33. I think it may be too late. It isn't that I don't care about you, but I just know what I have to do. I need to find a younger woman so I have a chance to have a family.
What are you saying? You want to get a divorce just because we haven't been able to get pregnant yet?
Yes, I'm sorry to say, but I think you're infertile. You know they say women struggle after 30. It's harder to get pregnant as you get older. That's got to be the problem. I made a mistake when I married you. I understand that now.
That really hurts. How can you be so cruel? So that's what you mean when you say you aren't coming home today? I don't understand.
What's not to understand? How can I be more clear? It isn't that I'm not coming home today. I'm never coming home again. I'm leaving you. I know I want a divorce. I told you I've been thinking about it for a while. I've already had an agreement drawn up. I left the papers on the nightstand by your side of the bed.
My God, you're really serious, aren't you?
I already packed my things. I took most of it with me when I left this morning.
Wow, you really planned this out. I wish you could have talked to me about how you were feeling before. I had no idea. You could have at least told me face to face. Blindsiding me like this is cruel. So what's your plan exactly? You've already taken your things? What about our savings?
I'll be hanging on to that. Consider it payment for damages. I think you owe it to me, so it's only fair I keep all of it.
Just what is that supposed to mean? How do I owe it to you? I didn't do anything to you. You're taking everything and just leaving me nothing?
Well, yes, but I think it's fair. I really wanted children. I told you from the start how important that was to me. And I've wasted 2 years that I can't get back because you can't have them. I don't know how much more time I'll have to waste starting over, finding someone new, getting married. It could be another 2 years before I become a father, and that's all your fault. If you can't have kids, what use are you? You shouldn't marry again. You don't want to waste anyone else's time.
This is going too far. How can you say that to me? I had no idea you could be so cruel.
The only thing I have to take from this marriage is the money, and I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna remarry as soon as I can and hurry up and have some kids. I'm gonna build a happy life for myself with a wife and children.
You want to leave me and take all the savings we've built together to start a new life with some younger woman? Don't you think this little fantasy of yours is selfish? Do you really even think you can find someone that'll take you?
I can a lot easier than you could, you barren old hag.
How can you talk to me like that? I was your wife. How horrible can you be? I don't need someone like you that is just gonna toss me aside like garbage. I don't need a man that's gonna treat me like that. If you want to leave, go ahead and leave. But don't think I owe you a cent for any damages. If you're gonna take it as some kind of consolation prize for yourself, go ahead, you selfish jerk. Take it. Consider it payment so that I never, ever have to see your face again.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Go away, you old hag.
Goodbye. Aubrey, I'm so sorry. What's up, Cora? Is everything okay? Did something happen? I swear I had no idea. I think your piece of trash ex might come to the wedding. Huh? My piece of trash ex? Oh, do you mean Noah? Yes, of course. I know the wedding is this weekend and this is gonna sound crazy, but I only just saw the full guest list just now. You know how it is. My parents invited a ton of people. His parents invited a ton of people. I can't begin to keep up with all the RSVPs or my head would explode. Anyway, I was looking at the list and I realized I saw a name that looked really familiar. I asked my fiance about it as soon as I saw it. He said that they work together. They're on the same team and he's invited most of the office. I can't believe this. I never realized it was the same person before now. Oh, wow. That is kind of crazy, isn't it? It really is a small world. I know, I'm sorry. I knew I had to tell you. I'm really, really sorry. I mean it. Should we ask him not to come? You're my best friend. I really want you to be there. If you want me to, I'll tell my fiance he has to ask him not to come. No, that's okay. I wouldn't want to put him in that position. Really, don't worry about it. Besides, what's in the past is in the past. I've moved on. It won't bother me if he's there. I'll just avoid him. If you say so. But I don't want you to be uncomfortable either. I want you to be able to enjoy yourself. It's not your fault, and yet here you are worrying about me. That's really sweet of you. Now, you have more important things to worry about just a few days before your wedding. Focus on that, not me. But, thank you. You're a good friend. It's just that this is a really important time. I don't want anything to happen that could cause you any stress. Seriously, don't worry, I'm okay. I'm too happy to be stressed out over something silly like that, I promise. I'm just happy that it's your wedding. I can't wait to see your first dance. You're gonna be such a beautiful bride. I'm so happy to hear that, thank you. But if anything happens or if you need anything, you tell me, okay? Anything at all. I will come running. I'm fine! Really, don't be silly. Your wedding is your special day. Drink it all in and have the time of your life. Thank you. But I mean it. If anything happens, you let me know. Okay, I get it. I will, I promise. You better. Oh, by the way, I heard something interesting. Oh, do tell.
Of course you went and let yourself go. I can't believe how fat you've gotten.
I see you still have my WhatsApp contact saved. It's been ages since we've spoken, and that's what you're gonna lead with? That I got fat? Not much has changed, has it? You're still as rude as ever.
Who would have thought that I would bump into you? How long has it been now? 2 years? How was I supposed to know that you were friends with the bride? It's pretty funny, right?
I don't find it that funny, personally. Bumping into the man that left me because he thought I couldn't have any kids at my best friend's wedding isn't funny. It's just a coincidence. A crappy one, but a coincidence all the same.
You've gotten so fat you don't even look like the same person. You're the size of a house. Just look at that belly. It looks like you ate a watermelon whole. Is that because I left you? What did you do? Get so depressed you climbed into an ice cream bucket?
Yeah. Is that all you have to say to me? You just want to make fat jokes because you can keep them to yourself.
No, it's just that it surprises me, that's all. I just couldn't believe you would have gained this much weight. You were always so fit. What's up with this new look of yours? It's the first time I've seen you since we broke up. Seriously, did you gain all that weight just because we broke up?
It had nothing to do with that.
Do you want to talk a little after the wedding? We could go out and get a drink, catch up a bit. How does that sound?
What?
I mean, I'm assuming that you don't have a boyfriend by the look of you. I think it's fate we ran into each other today. What do they call it? Kismet? Is that it? We may not be meant to be married, but we can still go get a drink and have some fun.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying that I don't think it's chance that we're meeting a second time. I know that I'm the one who left you since you couldn't have kids and all, but I think we were supposed to see each other today. I mean, I'd never remarry a fat girl like you. That's never gonna happen.
This big belly you keep talking about, it isn't fat. I'm pregnant.
Huh?
I can't believe you're trying to ask me out right now. You're the one that left me and you're trying to hook up with me? It's disgusting. I'm so glad we broke up. I don't even know why I married a man like you in the first place. I don't know what I was thinking.
What do you mean you're pregnant? You can't be pregnant, that's impossible. You can't even get pregnant, remember? You're just fat, right?
Why?
Why? What?
Why do you think that I can't get pregnant? The reason my belly is round because there's a baby in it.
That's really weird. You're infertile, I'm sure of it. Whose baby is it?
Excuse me. Not that it's any of your business, but I remarried and then got pregnant. The baby is my husband's. Do you have a problem with that?
What? Yes, of course I have a problem with a lot of it. What did you do? Did you do fertility treatments or something? And when did you remarry? I hadn't heard about that. No one told me anything.
Oh, you hadn't heard? That's probably because I didn't tell you. I don't have any reason or desire to talk to you or to tell you about my life. Why did you want to know?
Huh? How were you able to remarry so quickly? I've never heard of someone as fat as you being able to grab a husband so fast. Is he fat too?
You are so annoying. I told you I gained weight because I'm pregnant. And even if I had gained weight from eating too much, it wouldn't be any different. The last thing I want to do is sit here and listen to my ex talk down to me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not convinced. So how come you're pregnant? How is that possible?
Oh, that's right. You didn't know. You're the one that's infertile, not me. You were the problem.
What? You're saying that I'm infertile? That's not true. There's no way that's true. I'm not the problem. I'm sure I could have kids.
If you want to believe that, then you can go right ahead. But it is what it is. You can't change the facts. When we were married, I didn't have the heart to tell you. I knew you really wanted a family. I did too. We both did. And I felt bad for you. I didn't want you to feel like you were letting us down. I probably should have told you when we got divorced.
You're being serious right now, aren't you? How do you know I can't have kids?
Did you forget about all the testing we did? I know there was a lot more for me to do, but you got tested too. Don't you remember? You had to work, so I went to the clinic to get the results by myself. There was nothing wrong with me.
Oh man, yeah, I remember now.
But they did find a problem with you. You're never going to be able to have children. I felt so sorry for you. I knew how upset you'd be. I took the blame, but the truth is that you were the one that couldn't give me kids, not the other way around.
I don't believe you. You're lying.
It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. It's the truth. But medicine is evolving all the time. They've made leaps and bounds in the last few years. You never know what the future holds. There may be a treatment that can help you eventually. Also, you could always adopt. There's so many children that need a good home. Why don't you and your wife look into that?
Wife?
Oh, I see. You haven't remarried yet. I thought you would have. 2 years ago, you were so sure of yourself that you'd find a young wife and get married again soon. You sounded so sure of yourself, I half thought you'd already met someone. I really thought you'd be married by now.
Shut up, okay? I do fine with the ladies, not that it's any of your business. It just takes some time to find someone that is marriage material.
Oh, is that so? That's funny because from what I hear, the women that have to work with you can't stand you.
What are you talking about?
I heard it from Cora. Her fiance has told her all about it. Apparently, all the women you work with say you're creepy. You are like some kind of stalker, the way you go after them? Didn't you get in trouble for harassing some of them? I heard you got a warning because you couldn't keep your paws off them. Did you really grope a girl?
Why would anyone tell you that? It's nonsense. Don't believe a word of it. I would never do anything like that. I wouldn't need to. And besides, even if I did, she ought to be happy about it. Someone is trying to make me the fall guy. They're trying to pin the blame on me.
What on earth are you saying? Someone is trying to frame you, make you out to be a stalker. It sounds like all the women in your office hate you, especially the young girls. You don't want to get sued, do you? Don't you think it's best that you stopped before things get bad?
Don't say something like that. There are a lot of beautiful young women where I work. I've got a good job there. I'm important. I know I can find a wife there. Someone must have said something to my manager. So he went and said something about it to me in front of everyone. It was really embarrassing. That's all that happened. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just surrounded by a bunch of gossips and busybodies that can't keep their mouths shut.
You can go ahead and say what you like, but those girls can't stand you. You had better be careful with what you say and do from now on.
What do you mean by that?
There isn't a girl in that office that's going to be happy that you're trying to hit on them. It's a little desperate to be trying to court your coworkers, don't you think? And using your position to try to hit on the new hires is even worse. The young people coming into the office are looking to you as a mentor. When you put your hand out, they think you're trying to help them, and you just use it to try to date them. I heard you didn't just get a warning. I heard you got demoted. Someone even younger than you ended up taking your old job, and now they're your boss. Was it the young girl you groped?
How did you hear about all that? I wasn't trying to do any of that, and she led me on. I'm the victim here. Why is everyone bad-mouthing me like that?
I mean, I assume it's because of how you act.
Huh?
You look down your nose at everybody. You act like you're better than everyone else, but you aren't. Why don't you really sit down and think about it? You don't make that much money. You don't exactly have a winning personality either. So who would want to marry you? And you are going on and on about how you want kids, but you can't even have any. You need to find someone that's okay with not having children. If you can't find someone that doesn't care about money, kids, or a husband with a decent personality, then you can't really get married, can you?
Who do you think you are? I didn't ask your opinion, so keep it to yourself. I'm not gonna just sit here and listen to you talk crap about me, especially when you don't know what you're talking about. A good-looking man like me can get any woman he likes.
It's true that you're handsome. When I was younger, I was a real idiot. I fell for your good looks and charms and married you before I got to see who you really were. But when I see you now, I see you for who you really are. And I'm so thankful that we aren't together anymore. It's the best thing that ever happened to me.
What's that supposed to mean?
You took one look at me and started going off about how fat I'd gotten. You wouldn't shut up about it. But have you looked in the mirror lately?
Huh?
You have the brass to tell me I've gained weight? But you're the one that's gotten fat. Your belly is bigger than mine, and yours isn't a baby. You say you would never marry a fat girl, but good luck finding anyone to marry you with the way you packed on the pounds yourself. I think you just want to point out other people's flaws so you don't have to see your own. If you really looked at yourself, you would see what I'm talking about. You look like some old fat uncle that's lost his hair. You disgust me. It would be nice if you could find that hot young woman of your dreams to get married to. But I don't think that's ever going to happen for you. And on that note, I'm blocking your number. Audrey kept Noah's number blocked for good. They never spoke again after their chance meeting at the wedding. She did hear news about him from Cora from time to time. Apparently, he was struck by what Audrey had said to him. For the first time, he really saw himself as others did. And once he realized how much everyone around him disliked him, how he made them so uncomfortable, his life began to crumble. Depression and anxiety took over his life. He wasn't even able to go to work anymore. Eventually, he resigned and went into early retirement. He's become a shut-in. He spends his days alone, doing little more than watching TV and eating. He's gained an incredible amount of weight, and it's looking like he'll never be able to get married again. Certainly not to the younger girl he dreamed of. Not many young women are looking for a fat old man with no job and no kindness in his heart. You know what they say, what comes around goes around. Aubrey had an easy delivery and gave birth to a beautiful, healthy baby boy. Her second husband is a wonderful man. They've built a happy life for themselves. It's not every day a woman can say that she's lucky her first husband left her, but the greatest gift Noah ever gave her was a divorce. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button.